When you're in a rut and feel like you can't accomplish the things you want to accomplish, one of the best things you can do, one of the best things you can do is to set a goal and challenge yourself to accomplish something a little bit difficult. When I say something a little bit difficult, I mean a little bit difficult. I don't mean something major like, oh, I'm going to go learn a whole new language, though maybe for some people that's not too difficult. But I don't mean something minor like, oh, I'm going to read 10 pages in a book or something. What counts as major or minor will depend on the person, but I'm saying something where you have to challenge yourself a bit, but it's not something that's but I'm not saying something that's super difficult or will take weeks or months to complete. I'm suggesting setting a goal that can be completed in a few days or maybe a week at the most. For me, this is usually reading books. Now, for some people, they can read a long book in like a day or two or a few days or a week, and it's not that much for them. So I'm not as fast of a reader or as avid a reader as some people are. But whatever sort of goal you decide on, I feel like it can build a lot of momentum. Being like, yes, I was able to read this book in like a few days or a week. And you're glad you read the book, but it kind of helps you accomplish other things you want to accomplish in your life. And it makes you feel like you can accomplish things. And it makes you feel like you can accomplish things. Sometimes you get in the mindset of like, oh, I can't ever accomplish anything. But if you challenge yourself to be like, I read 100 pages of a book in a day. Now, for some people, that might not be that much of a challenge if they're an avid and fast reader, but for me it is. Like I said, I use reading a book as an example, but you can apply this in your own life to what you would be interested in. But when I read a lot of pages of a book in a day, especially a nonfiction book, I feel a great sense of accomplishment. And it can feel good to do something where you're challenging yourself, but you're enjoying it along the way. Like, it is a challenge, but you are interested in it. You're not like, oh, I'm so bored out of my mind and I could care less. Obviously, you do this when you have the time. Sometimes you're really busy with something. But I think when you do have a bit of time, instead of watching something, and certainly instead of just like wasting time on the internet or social media, it can be good to like challenge yourself. Instead of being like, wow, I wasted however many hours and I didn't accomplish anything, like, look, I read all these pages in a book. And reading through a book quickly is what I've done, and you might be doing something different. But whatever it is you choose, you're like something that you have a sense of, wow, I've accomplished something and I've pushed myself and challenged myself and showed that I can do something. I don't have to have some sort of like inferiority mindset of like, oh, I'm not good at accomplishing something. Like, no, I can accomplish something. And that can like transfer over to other things and make you more be like, yes, I'm going to take on a different sort of a challenge. Maybe a challenge that's even more outside of my comfort zone than just reading a book quickly in a few days, or reading 100 pages in a day, or whatever it is. So I think that can be a really positive thing. So you're not just like stewing and like, I don't accomplish things, or I don't accomplish the things I want to do. Again, you have to have some free time to be able to do this, but rather than just like watching something, even though I like watching things, and certainly rather than like just like wasting time on like the internet or social media, like do something where you'll have a sense of accomplishment when you're done. The things I've challenged myself to do, usually reading books, were things I usually enjoyed, so it wasn't like difficult. But I think there's something to be said for like challenging yourself to do things that might, in the moment, maybe they won't be as fun, or maybe they even will be as fun, but won't be as easy as doing something like watching a movie or an episode of a TV show or a YouTube video or whatever, but being like, going to challenge yourself to do something that might take a bit more energy, or a bit more like stepping out of your comfort zone, or a bit more, but challenging yourself to do something that might be a bit more difficult in the moment, but you feel like when you're done, you'll be very happy that you challenge yourself to do it and have a sense of satisfaction over it. Like, I once read a quote from this writer. I can't remember who. I feel like it was some guy. I feel like it was either maybe like from the late 1800s, early 1900s. If anyone's familiar with the quote, let me know. But he was like, sometimes to like make progress at like becoming a better writer, you have to, he said something like, to become a better writer, you often have to close the curtains of the room that you're writing in, even when it's a sunny day outside, or however the quote exactly went, but basically, it's a beautiful sunny day outside, and you have to close the curtains of your room, and you have to close the curtains of the study or whatever room you're writing in and just write, even though you could be outside enjoying the beautiful day. And I feel like that's something that has to be done, especially when you want to get better at something. Like for me, the day I'm shooting this video, it's the 4th of July, so I'm not doing a super 4th of July sort of thing. Though at least I don't have to close the curtains when it's a beautiful sunny day outside, because that would be terrible for lighting for shooting a video. Though honestly, I think it's pretty hot outside, so I might not be missing out on that much. I've already heard a few fireworks, even though it's like the middle of the day, the afternoon. It's like, I don't know why people are setting off fireworks at this time, but okay. So yeah, I think it's good to challenge yourself. So I think it's good to set a goal that's a little bit difficult and challenge yourself to accomplish that goal. And the sort of goal that can hopefully be accomplished in a few days or at least under a week, where you can be like, yes, I accomplished that in a pretty short period of time, and use that momentum moving forward to accomplish more goals. So I hope this advice has been helpful. Does anyone have a story of challenging yourself to accomplish a goal that was maybe a little bit difficult, and how good it probably felt to accomplish that goal? I guess leave it below in the comments. It's the afternoon and I've already heard a few fireworks go off, so I'm not exactly sure why or what's up with that, but yeah, so that's something people are doing since it's the 4th of July.